Alrighty, so I'm going to be doing a comparison here with getting a 256 gigabyte iPhone versus a 512 gigabyte iPhone 15. Now, the truth is 512 gigabytes is a lot of storage, and if you wanted to go from the 256 to the 512, it's actually $200 more, so it's a pretty significant price increase. For example, if you just went from the 128 to 256, it's only a $100 difference, but we're looking at a $200 difference. Now, before I even get into the comparison here, you really need to understand what storage means for your iPhone. And it's really, how many apps do you plan on putting on it? Are you somebody who takes a crazy amount of photos every single day of their food and whatever else? I'm talking like, are you taking thousands of photos on your iPhone? Do you download lots of videos, maybe full movies over an hour? Do you record a lot of videos? Do you download a lot of music? Do you have a lot of other documents for work or whatever it might be? And these are all things you need to consider when you're looking at going from the 256 to 512. Now, the benefits to the 256, obviously it comes at a much better price. You're going to save $200. And I think it's also perfect for the average person. A lot of people out there are going to do just fine on 256. Honestly, me personally, 128 gigabytes is usually enough, and I have a hard time even filling that up. Another thing to consider is when you go with the 256, it's actually going to be a little bit lighter. Having a 512 is actually a little bit heavier. If you didn't know that, it is actually true. And obviously, you're still going to have good resale value whenever you decide to upgrade to another iPhone in the future on the 256. Okay, and obviously the pros to the 512, are you the power user? You know what I'm saying? So like, are you just a content creator, maybe, recording tons of video? Maybe you're a photographer just like shooting tons of pictures, high resolution, 4K, it's 60 frames per second video. Even then 512, that is a lot of storage, right? And then another thing, actually, I think a benefit to the 512 is if you look back at iPhones over the years, we went from 16 gigs to 32 to 64 to 128. In the future, apps are going to take up more space, and we'll probably be doing 8K videos at 60 frames per second or 120 frames per second, which are going to obviously take up more space as well. I think you're almost future-proofing yourself with a 512 gigabyte for the next 3 to 4 years, even though I think it is a little bit overkill. But here are my, final thoughts for you guys. I think 256 is going to be enough for just about everybody. And if you end up running out of storage anyways, they also have iCloud, which you can get a monthly plan for like $5. It's going to give you more storage, and they have like terabytes of storage you can get on there as well. Okay. Anyways, if you guys want to actually check out our full detailed article on this comparison as well, we have even more, pros, cons, and things like that. I'll have some resource links directly below in the description. Lastly, I'm going to just keep things rolling, playing some Killer Instinct here on the 15 Plus. Absolutely love this game. We're going to put in some work, so let's run it.